The ASER 2024 report is out. It says there's a progress in primary school enrollments in a few states and huge gaps in a few other states. Let's discuss this with an education expert. Thank you for joining Ramesh Prabha. My first question is, Kerala and Tamil Nadu lead ASER 2024's literacy gains. Can you please explain briefly how they went about this?
See, this is not a new phenomena for both Tamil Nadu and Kerala. In fact, in some of the factors, Kerala leads Tamil Nadu actually, and this is a traditional factor. You can say it's directly related to the traditional literacy rate of both the states. Traditionally, you know that Kerala is the highest; it used to be the highest, and followed by Tamil Nadu. And also the standard of living of the state, households in the state. It directly relates to the parents' profile, actually. If you look at both these places, the parents' profile is predominantly educated. See, even if it's not educated, even at the lower strata, they show interest in the children's education. If you look at a social profile, a auto rickshaw driver who cannot even afford what to say to spend so much on education, spends in education actually. So at any level, these two states, they give importance for education. They spend a lot of time, and also they make sure the children go to the school. This is also equally important. Then the other factor, if you notice, the time spent with the children at home, either by both the parents or at least by the mother, it's very dominant in these two states, especially if you observe in Tamil Nadu. And some of the cases where a mother may work in an IT company, but for a +1, +2 exam, she'll resign the job for 2 years and spend at home for children's education. So the kind of involvement of the family and the family profile is the predominant factor, I can say.
So, why do you think government schools have shown more improvement compared to private schools in reading levels?
This is again predominantly the factor in both the states. If you observe in both the states, the state metric board is dominant than the CBSE board. So by nature, the presence of or the proportion of the government schools itself is very high. There is another factor which is directly related to that. These government schools mean predominantly the language vernacular medium. If it's in Tamil Nadu, it's Tamil medium. Or if it's Kerala, it's Malayalam. See, even now, the research says people who study in their mother tongue understands better, study better, especially at the preliminary level, at the primary level. Understanding in mother tongue is much better than in English. So if it's English, you have to study English, then you have to learn the concepts actually. So here, it's a natural phenomena. They are able to study the fundamentals in mother tongue, including the arithmetics, everything. So I would say the most important reason is studying in mother tongue, and predominantly government schools only have this mother tongue. All the CBSE board schools are in English medium only. And again, the post-pandemic, there is a scenario. So you might have observed that there is a huge shift from private schools to government schools in the enrollment in the last 2 years because of the economic factor. Many of them could not afford the fees from the private schools. So there is a shift from private to government. So on the whole, the government proportion has strengthened, and not only that, the quality of government teachers also have gone up because they are accountable. They are accountable all the time. They are measured with the 100% result, 98% result, and they are compared with the various districts in the state. So they are more accountable. I can say that that would be one of the factors.
So, Ramesh, despite improvements, states like Bihar and Uttar Pradesh lag in foundational literacy. What targeted interventions are needed to close these gaps?
See, I'll say that from the data, I'll colport some of the figures. See, there is one important factor. Um, Percentage of children aged between 15 to 16 not enrolled in school. If you take Tamil Nadu, it's hardly 1.8. If you take Kerala, it's furthermore, it's only 0.3%. Whereas if you take states like Bihar or UP, Bihar it's 8.6 and UP it's 13 points, which means this itself is a major factor. Maybe because of the economic background, children are not going to school. They may work. Likewise, there are then if you go to the teachers ratio, classroom versus teacher ratio. In Tamil Nadu, it's 81.5. It's bigger, it's as low as 63.1 only. And if you go to percentage like percentage of enrolled children present in the school. Earlier, I've been talking about the percentage of overall enrollment. They enroll, but the kind of percentage they present in the class, they go to the school. If you compare, in Tamil Nadu, it is 88.8. Kerala, it's 84.8. In Bihar, it's 55.2. So, which means they enroll, but finally they don't land up in the classrooms. And the kind of facilities also, if you notice, computers available for children in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala it's 70.2, in Tamil Nadu it's 58.7, Bihar it's hardly 16.5, and UP it's hardly 10.9. And finally, so these are some of the factors where due to various other things, it's as low as when compared to Tamil Nadu.
So do you believe that technology can fully replace traditional classroom-based teaching in improving foundational learning, especially in rural areas?
No. It can be never. Just because it's rural, already you have this digital divide already. We have observed this in the pandemic season where even in Chennai, you cannot get proper data for internet. Many of the channels, news channels doing live cannot itself manage with this data. So imagine the status of rural. So now it's improved, but still the digital divide will be always there. The technology can assist, it can act as a tool. Definitely, it cannot replace the classroom teaching for the simple reason there are two or three things where normally in a physical classroom teaching, the teacher can classify the students according to their level. Brilliant students, poorest students, and average kind of student. He can classify, and based on the level, he can group and give attention to the students, which cannot be done on a technology fashion. And also the social class. The social class, if you notice,
So it means how can the teacher level these students based on
they say
the computer technology like that?
no, it cannot be like that. See, normally the ASER itself suggests a method. They say children from different grades at same level can be grouped, and it's called a teaching at the right level, which means it can be at third standard or fourth standard or fifth standard. If you assess a student at fifth standard, he can read only at standard 2 level. And if you assess a student at third standard, he's also on the same level. These students have to be grouped and they have to be brought to the next level to the kind of thing. So which is again possible at a physical level of observation, physical level of classroom only. Technology can definitely assist. Technology can improve this methods. Technology can definitely bridge this gap, but it can never replace this. That's what I want to emphasize.
What do you see as the biggest challenge for Indian education in the next 5 years?
Okay, fine. This ASER report itself, it says it's based on NEP 2020 actually. But if you observe, NEP 2020 is, first of all, not even implemented in many states, including Tamil Nadu, actually. See, NEP 2020 will be a major challenge in the next 5 years, in the sense that if you there is a confrontation between the states and the center. You have to have a common platform. But once you have a common platform, it may be good also, because once you standardize, first of all, there will not be a difference between a CBSE and state board at all. If you have a board, single board and nation-wise, you will not have a tough time with NEET, tough time with the JEE or any of these things. So standardizing, if all the states accept with the NEP 2020, this is a positive thing. Another things like the current scenario going on with the UGC and the state problems. All these things have to be standardized on a national level. And if you standardize, there are good things also. For
You mean the
example,
state government? Yeah, you mean the state government should also implement the same standard procedures they should follow, right?
I can say, I will not say that it should be forced. It should be like earlier, it should be in the state domain, actually. Now it has to be with the consensus with the states. For example, when the NEP 2020 aims at a higher enrollment ratio, in the next 10 years, we have achieved it now itself. So you cannot compare this with the nation. We are much ahead of so many things. Several things cannot be forced on them. Same way, you have to take the merits of NEP 2020. For example, NEP 2020 says there is no need of these groups in +1, +2. You can choose as per your taste and as per your career plan. So when you, and NEP 2020 says focus more on vocational and skill-based, which is good actually. Vocational and skill-based are good, because you have lakhs of engineers, but you don't get an electrician, you don't get a plumber at home for service. So it has to be more on skill-based and vocational-based, which has to be taken care. So this transformation is a challenge. That's what I want to say. This is a crucial period of transformation. This transformation itself is a challenge. Once it's standardized, I think it's for good.
So Ramesh, one final question. How can smartphone usage be better aligned with educational goals for students?
See, when we see in ASER, that was one of the study pattern actually. Usage of digital. They've asked them to set an alarm. They asked to share a YouTube video, and they asked to find out an information from smartphone. This was one of the good tests, but
You are saying this online classes?
That's fine. Here, what I'm saying is in the ASER, they have tested these three things to test the digital literacy. But across the country, this was good actually. The result was good, which means the younger generation is very clear in using the digital technology or smartphone, because we start from the second, third age itself to from the children, we give our smartphone to play.
You're saying both in rural and urban areas, right?
Both in rural and urban. In fact, rural is very good actually. The reason being, states like Tamil Nadu, the data is very cheap actually. The kind of plans we give and the kind of smartphone usages in Tamil Nadu. So they have usage. Only thing is, we were worried about the misuse of the smartphones. That's what we have been worried about. But that's there everywhere. If you go to the net, it is there. If you go to the regular system, it is there. So I think that can be controlled again because of the data usage. You cannot afford to, you can afford to use only for education purpose actually. So in that way, definitely this will act, see, especially not only smartphone, already we have introduced tabs for education. See, the entire syllabus is loaded in the tab actually, and people use the entire syllabus in the tab. So definitely the smartphone usage will help in education. There is no doubt about it. And we have already...
so in the future, in the next 5 years, it can overcome. I mean, the online classes.
It will make a revolution. It will make a revolution. There's no doubt about it.
Thank you for your time, Ramesh. Thank you.